I am just talking away and I'm muted. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It is 7:30 on the button. Well, 7:31. Thank you, ladies, for being here on time. And I am expecting some more people. So I am going to give them just another minute or so to come in. Yes, blessed Thursday. Hi, MJ. Welcome, welcome. While we are waiting for more people to come in, but I'm not going to wait too long because I want to respect everybody's time, and I have a lot of information for you today. Just want you to let me know if you can see the screen right now. Do you see my PowerPoint where it says, who's on live with me? Cocoa Puffs. Wonderful. Yes. Okay, great. I have my chat up. I am going to push it to the side so that I can see your comments and also talk to you. I see more people are coming in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you're coming in, please let me know where you are tuning in from and what was your favorite cereal when you were a kid. Tell me that in the chat. You should see the chat box at the bottom of your screen. I have muted everyone because I really want you to concentrate on what I'm saying. I will be asking questions throughout, and you can just put the answers to the questions in the chat feature. I would love for you to put questions there. However, once I get rolling, it might be difficult for me to answer the questions at the point where I am. So just know that there is a place at the end for questions. So I hope you have your pencil and paper ready, or your pen and paper ready to take notes. And any questions that you have, make sure to write them down on your pen and paper. If you put them in the chat and I miss them, don't be offended. Just come back and put it in again. See, Coach Margine is saying we always had oatmeal, but a treat was the dry cereal. Okay, yeah, Cocoa Puffs. Okay, welcome ladies, welcome ladies. I am everyone in meeting. Okay. All right, it is, I'm gonna move on now. We are gonna get started. So I'm gonna ask again, please let me know where you're tuning in from and what your favorite cereal was when you were a kid. I hope you guys have your water, because I have mine, or some beverage to drink. So I'm actually drinking out of a straw. So I hope, and I have a mic on. So I was hoping that that would be better, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's get started. So ladies, I do want to welcome you to the Eliminate Your Sugar Cravings and Skyrocket Your Energy in Just 5 Days Masterclass. And if this is your first time meeting me, my name is Sharon Barnes, and I am a certified holistic health and wellness coach. And I am also the founder and owner of Do Life Big and Wellness Journey Solutions. And Wellness Journey Solutions is where I coach women of a certain age on their health and wellness goals. I lead an online group programs promoting whole foods, and I give wellness talks, workshops, master classes like this one to corporations and other organizations. Um, let's see if I can. Okay. So now, there we go. So, like I said, it is to eliminate your sugar cravings in just 5 days. Okay. And my intentions for today is to permanently change your relationship with sugar, to give you a kind of a sugar 101 overview, to review my top 5 tips to eliminate your sugar cravings. I know my intentions are big, but it is definitely my intention to completely change the way you eat. And I want to give you an understanding of food and let you know that what you eat changes everything. So if you decide not to make any changes, your life will go in one direction. If you decide to make changes for better health and to get off the sugar roller coaster, your life can be completely different because we can have more energy, less pain, more clarity, and be overall more happy. So I just want to tell you briefly a little bit about me. Um, I have had 2 kidney transplants, and before the kidney transplants, I was so tired all the time. I don't know if you know this. So your kidneys do kind of regulate your energy and they regulate your blood pressure. So by having chronic kidney failure or end-stage renal failure is where I was, it totally changed my life. And once I had my kidney transplant, I started picking up weight. And in that effort to lose weight was a part of why I went to nutrition school at the Integrative Institute for Integrative Nutrition in New York. And that I went there for me, to learn something for me. But the things that I learned, I was like, oh my goodness, other women my age need to learn this. As I was going through the school, I lost 17% of my body weight, and I was on steroid therapy, perimenopausal. So, and I worked a very stressful job. So just the fact that I was able to lose weight during that time was indeed remarkable for me. And I really wanted to make the changes. Now, after I had my transplant, I started craving peanut M&Ms. Peanut M&Ms was not something that I liked, but I was craving them. And I'll tell you later why I was craving them when we talk about cravings and what causes them. But I ended up being addicted to the M&Ms, and I was eating like a pound of peanut M&Ms a day. Yes, I said a pound of peanut M&Ms a day. So I know about the struggle with sugar, and that is why I can really help you and teach you about the complex relationship with sugar because I have been there. So I could talk about sugar all day long. There's just so much information out there, but today's class is only like 60 minutes. And we're gonna learn some facts that you might know and then might not. So we're gonna do a little sugar one-on-one, like I said, when we're gonna review my top 5 tips for eliminating your sugar cravings and skyrocketing your energy. And then we're going to put into action 1 or 2 tips that you hear about today. All right. So again, if you have questions as we go along, feel free to put them in the chat and I can come back to them. If I miss them, please put them in again. I'm not dissing you or skipping you. I just missed it. All right. So I hope you're ready. You've got your pen and your paper. You're ready to listen and participate. This is interactive. So I will be asking you questions and I want you to pay attention as if your life depends on it, because it really does. So why wait for some depressing health diagnosis or a terrible accident to get healthy when we can do it today? All right, so today, right now, is your chance to get a handle on what you eat and drink. And it doesn't take willpower or discipline, but it does take understanding of what causes those crazy, uncontrollable cravings and knowing what you can do to reduce them naturally over time. And that's what I'm all about. So this sugar thing, eliminating it, the cravings, it's not about deprivation. It's all about freedom. The freedom to eat foods you love and the sweetness in your life, with having sweetness in your life without the side effects and the guilt. So something that I teach my clients is there's no guilt with food. Food is not good. Food is not bad. All food speaks to your body, and it's just a matter of listening to what it says. So it's not so much of what you eat some of the times, it's what you eat most of the time. So that is another reason why I give my private clients, I teach them about foods that you usually eat, you sometimes eat, and you rarely eat. I'll never tell you not to eat something, but then I take that back. If there's something that you don't like, you don't have to eat it. That's freedom in your food. Okay, so let's start with the sugar 101. Okay, so sugar cravings is simply your body asking for energy. When you give in to sugar, it enters into your bloodstreams and then it wreaks havoc on your blood sugar levels. First, pushing it sky high, causing excitability, nervousness, and hyperactivity, and then dropping extremely low, causing fatigue, depression, and exhaustion. Have you ever been on that roller coaster? Tell me in the chat. A great big yes if you've been on that roller coaster of ups and downs, of sugar highs and sugar crashes. Okay, we always start this emotional roller coaster feeling happy and energetic for a while, and then suddenly finding ourselves feeling irritated and not quite ourselves. Yes. Okay, so some are saying yes, and others says not that they can remember. Okay, if it did happen, it's been a long time. That's really good that you have your blood sugar level. I still have crashes sometimes. Okay, so what your body wants, it wants to maintain your balanced blood sugar. So it's telling you to eat something when you're craving, it's telling you to eat something to bring your blood sugar back up. Then your blood sugar often drops around 3 p.m., which is a few hours after lunch. So do you guys ever have that mid-afternoon slump? Tell me in the chat. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. It does. It happens when we eat, and then our blood sugar is stable, and then all of a sudden the blood sugar drops. All right. So here are some facts. The US is the largest consumer of sweeteners. Americans consume more than 130 pounds of sugar and sweeteners per year. In contrast, Americans consume an average of about 5.6 pounds of broccoli. Maybe that's not a good example because I don't like broccoli, so I don't eat broccoli. But there are other vegetables that are comparable. All right. So the USDA recommends that we get no more than 9 teaspoons per day. And if we're women, which we are supposed to get less, just 6 teaspoons per day. So yeah, most Americans, we eat about 30 teaspoons of sugar per day. That's 3 times the liberal recommended daily value. So 4 grams of sugar is in a teaspoon. So if you eat or drink an item with 36 grams of sugar, that's your limit for the entire day. Okay, this is in the chat. Over the past 3 weeks, I have had a period of being tired. Not sure why. Doctor is looking at the thyroid. It just started. All right, all right. I'm sorry to hear that, MJ. We can talk about that. We can talk about that later on, okay? All right. So I'm going to ask you a question in just a second. So the difference amount of sugar occur naturally in all foods containing carbohydrates, such as fruits and vegetables. If I knew how to make this thing go backwards and forward, I would take it back, but I don't know how to do that. So carbohydrates such as fruits and vegetables, dairies and whole grains. So these things are called complex carbs because these foods also contain fiber and or protein. Your body can digest them slower, resulting in a steady supply of glucose, which is fuel, to our cells, providing long-lasting energy. However, many food manufacturers use added sugar to give their products like soda and packaged foods flavor and appeal, and to extend their shelf life. So these simple sugars digest more quickly. And those are the ones that cause our sugar spikes and crashes. Simple sugars can lead to weight gain because our cells do not require large amounts of glucose at one time. And that extra sugar, yeah, it's stored as fat. So a lot of people ask me about table sugar. So table sugar is a refined sugar and it has no nutritional value. It has no vitamins, no minerals, no fiber. So it requires extra effort for the body to digest it. The body must deplete its store of minerals and enzymes to absorb refined sugar properly. Instead of providing the body with nutrition, refined sugar creates a deficit. So it's taken away from the resources you already have. If you don't have enough resources to process that sugar in your system at the ready, it pulls it from the stores. You know, think about your bones. All right, so in the chat, does anyone here have type 2 diabetes? So it might not surprise you that one of the most alarming stats in medicine right now is the rate at which people are being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. This is especially heartbreaking because we know that reducing processed sugar and eating a healthy, balanced diet can prevent this condition. A study published in 2013 linked increased sugar consumption with increased rates of diabetes in 175 countries. Sugar has become a bigger part of the daily diet around the world, and consequently, we have chronic diseases. Okay. All right, so post for me your favorite sweet treat or dessert. My favorite sweet treat, I don't know, I'm a sweet salty person, which is kind of difficult. Cheesecake. Yes. My favorite sweet treat, I guess, would be cookies or anything I can get my hands on, really. I have to be really careful because, like I said, I'm a recovering sugar addict. So I have to be careful because if I have one taste, then it will lead me down the rabbit hole of eating more. We'll talk about that in a little bit as well. You like fruit salad. Fruit salad is really good and healthy. All right, so let's talk a little bit about sugar addiction. So sugar does qualify as an addictive substance for two reasons. Eating even a small amount creates a desire for more. Like I was saying, eating the amount of sugar, I want more. And number two is quitting suddenly causes withdrawal symptoms such as headaches, cravings, mood swings, and fatigue. Have any of you noticed any of these types of side effects? Let me know what they are. I know whenever I do a cleanse or a detox or a reset, one of the first things that happens when I cut out sugar is I get a headache. Somewhere around day 3, I start not feeling 100% because of the withdrawal symptoms from not having sugar. So have you ever had any kind of side effects from being withdrawn from sugar or from the sugar? Research shows that intense sweet flavors are as addictive as drugs like cocaine to our bodies. We are left addicted and wanting more. All right, so I know that I've just shared quite a bit. So now let's get started with my top tips, my top 5 tips to help you eliminate your sugar cravings. You got that pen and paper ready? All right. Here are my top tips to eliminate your sugar cravings. Number 1, limit the sugar. So lay off the sugar. This might sound impossible, and manufacturers do make it a bit difficult to lay off the sugar, but I'm going to share some tips for you to naturally reduce your sugar intake. Like I said, I'm a recovering sugar addict, and I have coached clients off of sugar roller coasters with my 5-day challenges and my private health coaching. So we need to limit or avoid sweetened coffee drinks, candy, cookies, and most desserts because some cravings come from foods that we have recently eaten. After one sip or one bite, your body will want more. Like I said, with me, when I have something sweet, I want more of it. So I'll share a little story with you. When my daughter was little, I don't know, I don't think she was quite 2 yet. Before she was born, I decided that I was going to have her be really healthy and not have sugar in her diet, right? Because I was cooking her meals and everything, I had total control over that. Well, I wasn't thinking that somebody would come visit us and give my child sugar. Never crossed my mind. So my daughter would eat her cornflakes with just cornflakes and milk, no sugar. And she was perfectly happy every morning that I gave her a bowl of cereal with milk. And then we had company come to stay with us. And they are, oh, you sleep in tomorrow. We'll take care of the baby. So I was like, oh, yeah. I mean, what mother doesn't want to be able to sleep in when they have a toddler running around the house? And so when I got up, I didn't know anything was wrong. Food was put away, kitchen was clean, child was happy, having fun. But then the next day, when I got up and I fixed her normal breakfast, she took one bite, put the spoon down, and refused to eat it. And I could not figure out what happened. And then I asked my guest, what did you give her yesterday for breakfast? And they said, cereal. And I said, what did you put in the cereal? And they said, oh, sugar and milk. And that was it. She had that little taste of sugar in her cereal, and that was the end. She would not eat just cornflakes and milk anymore. She wanted the cereal. So we have to be careful with the sugar and try to lay off and eliminate the sugar. So, all right. So when you seek out low sugar or healthier alternatives, such as 70% or higher dark chocolate versus milk chocolate, that helps with the cravings. Sugar is okay in small amounts, but most of us tend to have too much. And much of it comes in the forms of sneaky sugars, foods that we don't suspect have sugar. And I'll get into that a little bit more in a few minutes. So a great rule of thumb is to eat healthy, nutrient-dense foods 80% of the time. Then when you go out to eat or at a party, indulge the other 20%. And that is something that I do teach my clients, the 80-20 rule. And we can always adjust that up or down. We're going to start where you are and go from there, because we're all unique. Some clients want to be 100% healthy Monday through Friday, and then be more relaxed on the weekends. It's all a part of the healthy one-on-one health coaching, and we figure out what's best for my clients. Okay, tip number 2 is to avoid the fake stuff. Artificial sweeteners. So artificial ingredients affect the blood sugar levels and are linked to other serious health problems. If you need to add a sweetener, just use a small amount of natural sugar. If you need to use white or brown sugar, just try using less. Your palate changes and you will crave fewer sweets as you eat less sugar. So if you want sweetness, I would recommend consuming real sweeteners like local wild honey, unprocessed stevia, 100% pure maple sugar, and dates. Anything that says sugar-free or fat-free on a product usually means it's got artificial sweeteners in it. And if you're wondering what an artificial sweetener is, it's something like aspartame, which is equal or NutraSweet, or saccharin, which is sweet and low. So those are chemical sweeteners, and our bodies don't know how to assimilate those chemicals. That's why they have 0 calories, because our body doesn't know what to do with them. All right, so just be careful. All right, and then we want you to, as part of avoiding the fake stuff, we need you to be a label reader. Sugar is often disguised in some foo-foo fancy language. To be honest, there are over 150 different aliases for sugar. So they're labeled as corn syrup, lactose, dextrose, maltose, glucose, fructose. All right, just be careful of the ose because that's typically a sweetener. And then we have our high fructose corn syrup, which is in more things than I I think it should be in. So any item that lists any form of sugar in the first 4 ingredients or has more than 4 grams of sugar should be limited or not eaten at all. All right, so tell me in the chat if you read the labels of all of your purchases when you're out grocery shopping. And if not, will you start reading the labels now? So let me know in the chat, do you read labels? And while you're writing in the chat, I have a few items here that might surprise you that has sugar in them. This one might not be too surprising. The first one is ketchup. I have a bottle of Hunt's tomato ketchups. It says right on the front, no preservatives, made from vine ripened California tomatoes. And then when I turn it over and I read the ingredients, tomato concentrate from vine ripe tomatoes. Ingredient number 2, high fructose corn syrup. I will tell you this is by ConAgra brands, and you might find that ConAgra uses a lot of high fructose corn syrup. All right, and then I have a can of Hormel chili, hot with beans, no artificial ingredients. And the ingredients are water, beef and pork, beans, concentrated crushed tomatoes, and of course, there is salt and sugar. Now, this one might surprise you. This is chicken broth, and it contains, it says less than 2% of salt, dextrose, yeast extract, and natural flavors. But there's that dextrose, that os. Now here's the one that might surprise you the most. It is Gorendo Classic Italian Hot Sicilian Recipe Italian Sausage. And when you flip this bad boy over and look at the ingredients, it has corn syrup solids. So we have to read the labels and we have to be cognizant of the sugar. All right, yes, I have label readers. That makes me so happy that we have label readers here. Yeah. All right, so let's get back to here. And then the third one is to find the sneaky sugars, like we just talked about. Do you know of an item that you've recently purchased and you were shocked to find out that it contains sugar? Mine would be this sausage, but I will tell you, I did not buy this sausage because I'm a label reader. So I wouldn't have bought this sausage with sugar in it. But so let me know, have you purchased an item that you were surprised had sugar in it? All right, so while you're writing, so nearly 7% of the added sugar Americans eat comes from processed food, such as bread, salad dressing, peanut butter, and pasta sauce. I did look at the peanut butter that we have in the pantry, and although it is not the natural peanut butter that I usually get from Whole Foods, where it's just peanuts, there was no sugar in that peanut butter. So I was very happy to see that. Also my pasta sauce, because I bought it, it didn't have any sugar in it. To avoid the sneaky sugar, you need to limit processed foods that comes in a package and focus on real nutrient-dense foods. Okay. No, not that you can remember. Okay, that's good, because you're a label reader. All right. So next we're going to, our tip number 3 is to up your intake. I'm going to encourage you to drink more water because most people are chronically dehydrated. And a lot of times we mistake thirst for hunger. So we'll be hungry, but what the body actually wants is something to drink. It wants water. So the first sign of dehydration is thirst. So I need you to listen to your body. Some people ask, like, asking you, well, Sharon, how do I know how much water I should be drinking? So a good starting off point, and this is just a starting off point, is to take your weight and divide it by 2 and drink that many ounces of water. All right, so if you are 120 pounds, then you want to drink 60 ounces of water to start. Now, if you're exercising or you're sweating a lot, then you want to drink more. Oh, I need to turn that light back on. All right. And then another way to do like this is I want to talk about crowding out. So it's a lot easier to add things into our diet than to take things out. However, if we put in things, it takes away room for other things. So one of the big things that when I attended IIN, the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, was we talked about crowding out. So adding certain foods in, or in this case, water in, will help to calm those unhealthy cravings. So drinking more water, eating more green vegetables will help you control your cravings. Okay, and then another measure for water is to pay attention to your urine. Your urine should be clear and it should not have an odor. So those are ways to up your intake of water. And then also up your intake of veggies. So our bodies are starved for vitamins and minerals. So if we focus on adding 1 or 2 servings of vegetables at each meal, they will crowd out your cravings for unhealthy food. And just like that, bam, our moms were right. We need to eat our veggies. So eating healthy foods can crowd out the sugary junk. Vegetables are high in vitamins and minerals, like I said, and we can eat a lot without gaining weight. Your body has less room for processed, sugary, nutrient deficient foods, because once you start adding these foods to your diet, your body will naturally begin to crave them. It takes practice, but it does happen. It is amazing from my own experience and my clients' experiences to watch this transformation, because it is hard to eat 5 fruits and vegetables a day and binge on ice cream at the end of a day. Your body just can't handle that much food. So if you fill your body with healthy, nutrient-dense foods, cravings for unhealthy foods will lessen substantially over time. Okay, tip number 4 is to eat naturally sweet foods. So before we had processed foods, the only source of sweet taste were plant foods such as squash, sweet potatoes, yams, carrots, beets, berries, and other fruits, and spices like cinnamon. So it's no coincidence that these sweet foods are also excellent sources of nutrients, energy, and fiber. Everything we need to maintain our health. The best way to curb and alleviate increased sugar cravings is to provide the body with the sweetness that it needs by regularly eating naturally sweet foods. There are lots of cooking methods for naturally sweet foods. For naturally sweet foods, and you can steam them, you can roast them, you can stir fry them, and sweet veggies can also be simmered or pureed to make a soup, and you can simply eat them raw. So you can put them in a salad. It's up to you. Just be creative. There are also some semi-sweet vegetables like turnips, parsnips, and rutabagas. And I try to include these in some of my seasonal detoxes. All right. Tip number 5 is to eat a balanced meal. Your body naturally wants to be balanced. The food we eat is a major contributing factor to the overall balance of our body. Vegetables and whole grains has a mild effect on the body. Other foods like meat, milk, sugar, and salt have more extreme effects on the body, throwing it off as natural balance. The body craves whatever the body needs to regain balance. For example, eating a lot of meat may cause more sugar cravings. And many Americans are on a salty sweet roller coaster. I've been there. I've been on that wild ride myself. Like I said earlier, my favorite is a sweet salty snack like trail mix. So to get out of the cycle, you need to deconstruct what you're craving and seek out less extreme, healthier alternatives to satisfy you. So I mentioned before that I had this craving for peanut M&Ms after my transplant. And when I asked my doctor, why am I craving peanut M&Ms? She said it was probably for the magnesium and the phosphorus that's in them. So once she told me what it was that my body was actually craving, I was able to make different substitutes for the peanut M&Ms. However, by now I'm addicted to the peanut M&Ms, and eating a pound a day was really hard to stop. But I did make it. Something else, I don't drink cow's milk, but after my transplant, I was craving milk. And so I did drink milk while I was in the hospital, but that was it. After that, no more milk. That craving went away. Because when you have a chronic disease like I did, like end-stage renal disease, your food intake is limited. You can't eat like high phosphorus food, high potassium foods. And by decreasing those foods, once I got a healthy, strong kidney, my body wanted to replenish those nutrients that I was missing. So that's why I was having those cravings. But like I said, once you know why your body is craving those things, and the transplant was before I became a health coach or did all of this, then my doctor had to tell me why I was probably craving those things. So when your body is struggling to create balance, harmony, and happiness, the cravings are your body's solution to underlying imbalances. So, all right, I know that was a lot of information. Thanks for hanging in there. So this is your show up bonus. As I promised, here's the link to your free gift for attending the live class. Let me put it in the chat for you. All right, so you should be able to click on that now and then come right back, let it open in another window, and then come right back here so that we can keep going through and you can download this later. Also, if you miss it, I'll send this link to you in an email, in an email. So this is my 5 recipes to kick your sugar addiction. These recipes are delicious and nutritious, so enjoy them. MJ says, I was always gassy, stopped cow's milk, and it went away. Yes, MJ. Dairy has an effect on a lot of people, So I'm glad that you realized that and you got off of it. I got off cow's milk, wow, before I even started being a health coach or even thinking about healthy stuff. Cow's milk just wasn't doing it for me. All right. Oh, all right, so let's make a plan. So I've given you a lot of information. Um, I'm going to recap what the 5 tips were. Limit sugar, avoid artificial sweeteners by reading the labels, increase your intake of water and veggies, eat naturally sweet foods, and eat balanced meals. So I would love for you to share with me 1 or 2 items of these top tips that you plan to put into action. If it's increasing water or increasing veggies, just let me know what you're doing. You're welcome, Denise. You're welcome, MJ. Just let me know what it is that 1 or 2 items that you're going to put into action. And while you're doing that, I want you to think of choosing something you may have done in the past that would be easy and for you to be a success at again. Because once we're successful with adding a small habit, then it's easier to continue to add more habits, healthy habits to our life. Increase water and increase veggies. That is great. I do want to share a couple tips for increasing water, which I didn't share because I'm trying to keep this to an hour. And I have so much to share. Like I said, I could talk about this all day. So if you want to increase water, and you don't have any ideas for doing that, try this on. Once you know how much water you should drink to start, try putting that many rubber bands through your, like if you have to drink 60 ounces of water and you drink it in 10-ounce increments, you have a water bottle that's 10 ounces, then put 6 rubber bands around your water bottle and then remove one each time you finish a bottle of water, because that way you know you're getting your 60 ounces in. Also, there are water apps that you can use for your phone that helps. Something that I used to do as well was to set alarms on my phone where every hour my alarm would go off and it was like, oh, I need to drink water. Speaking of that, if you've got water with you, now would be a great time to drink some water. So I'm going to drink water. You should too. All right. So let's see. Yes. What else do we have here? For veggies, you can do the same thing. If you do carry a water bottle, maybe get a water bottle, get rubber bands in different colors, put blue on for water and put green on for veggies, and do the same thing. As you have servings of veggies, just move the rubber bands off. So many ways. If you have a journal, do tick marks for water and tick marks for veggies. Very good, MJ, eating healthier, drinking lots of water every day. You need to add exercise and go back to checking the sugar. But you have to be careful, MJ, because you've got some other things going on that I'm aware of. So exercise, be careful. There are some things that you can do sitting down, and we can talk about that later on. That's great, MJ, 126 ounces of water or more a day. Wonderful goal. Drinking a gallon of water a day is a great goal, especially if you're active. Keep junk out of the house. That's a great plan. And buy more healthy fruits and veggies. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. I love that you guys are interactive. This is very interactive webinar. All right. So in order to keep going forward with your goals and to achieve success, you may want to reach out for additional support. There are always options for support. You can try to get healthy on your own, but you may be in the same place this time next year, or it may even get worse. Or option two, you can 100%, oops, hold on, commit to crowding out your cravings with a proven plan and with the guidance of an expert. I'm sorry, I'm having a little technical difficulty here. Trying to move something out of my way. Okay, so would you like help to eliminate your sugar cravings as quickly as possible from an expert? If you chose option two without hesitation, I'd love to help you. I want to invite you to join my summer 5-day reset. I'm gonna have to close this down because it's in my way. Give me a second. Okay. My 5-day reset is a group coaching program to help you feel better, to lose weight and have more energy. And it's summer, so who doesn't want to sport their shorts in their sundresses and feel comfortable in their skin? All right, so you can join my program. I created the 5-day reset to help you eliminate your sugar cravings and skyrocket your energy in just 5 days. This reset will, like I said, help you feel better. It will jumpstart your weight loss. It will give you more energy. And I promise you will not starve. I do not believe in deprivation, and the recipes are delicious. So let's boost your confidence with what we're wearing this summer and be cool. So a little bit more about my reset. By the end of this program, you would clean up your diet and focus on eating some healthy, tasty foods. Like I said, you won't starve. And I mean it because I've given you dozens of delicious recipes for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and even desserts. And some past participants have even lost weight. So you're going to eliminate your cravings, get your eating habits back on track. And again, I promise you, you won't be feeling hungry, but you will be empowered to continue to eat healthy. You'll also discover the power of detoxification. And my favorite one is mental clarity. When I start getting brain fog, I know that my diet has slipped up and it's time to clean it up some more. So here's what you get. You're going to get the complete training program, dozens of recipes, like I said, that are gluten-free, dairy-free, and sugar-free. You will get some bonus materials. We have a Facebook support group. I'll give you 2 live group training coaching calls. And I'm even offering a bonus of 1 private 50-minute health coaching session. So here are the reset guidelines. These are the things that we are going to be focusing on. Eating nutrient-dense whole foods, vegetables, fruits for desserts, whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, and oats, proteins like chicken, turkey, fish, and beans, healthy fats like nuts, seeds, and avocados, and drinking water and detoxifying teas. We're going to avoid processed foods, sugar, dairy, gluten, corn, white potatoes, red meat, pork, and alcohol. But I don't want you to concentrate on what we're going to avoid. I want you to concentrate on what it is that we are going to focus on. So again, what you get is this complete training program with dozens of recipes, bonus material, my support in a Facebook group, live coaching calls, one 50-minute health coaching session with me for only a value of $997. You get a whole lot. And there's things that I haven't even included on this. So if it values at $997, Sharon, I hear you. What is it going to cost me? So I could easily sell this program for $997, which is its true value. But don't worry, I won't. Because you're here, this is $97 for this program normally. But here, right now, you can get it for just $77. That is my early bird special, $77, but it's only good for a limited time. So when you join today, or before by July the 13th, it's $77. After July the 13th, it's $97. So let's get started. Go to this link and I will post it in the chat for you all. So you have it. All right. So for those of you who are listening to the replay, it is bit.ly/S U for summer 22 R in reset. All right, but you're watching this, so you can just type it in and go there. All right, oops. All right, so I just want you to know that I am not extra special. I am just a health coach that has a proven roadmap that I follow in my life and with my coaching clients. And if I can do this, you know, this sugar loving, cheese eating person, if I can do it, you can do it too. All right, everything you need is included for you to be successful in quitting sugar, increasing your energy, and making this huge difference in your life. You'll get all the materials, recipes, handouts, coaching calls, an online virtual community, plus lots of support from me for just $97, $77 when you sign up before July the 13th or by July 13th. All right, so just go ahead and click on that link that I put in the chat and open the sign up page and join now. Go ahead, I'll be here when you come back. Then let us know in the chat when you've signed up so we can celebrate with you. All right, so don't wait, get that early bird discount. All right, so we've got a little bit of time. It's right at 8:30. I do have some common questions that I'm asked. And one is, how do I know I need a cleanse, detox, reset, interchangeable words? And if you're eating and getting bloated, if you're having breakouts, if you're not sleeping well, if you're getting headaches, brain fog, your bowels aren't right, if you feel a little puffy when you eat certain things, it might be time for a reset. Okay. And then another question I get is, what kind of benefits could you expect from a reset? So everything that I just said could possibly go away. Your skin would clear up, you'll eat better, and you'll 100% lose the cravings. Takes about 4 days before the craving goes away, but it's totally possible. So I did have a participant in the reset in the spring, and she had a sugar addiction for Hershey's Kisses. By day 4, she sent me a message that the cravings were gone. She was no longer craving Hershey's Kisses. And these are the kind of results you can get when you are crowding in healthy foods when there's no room for anything else. Another question I get is, I'm really busy. Will this work for me? Absolutely. Now, it does take planning. You'll have to look at the recipes, make yourself a menu, do your meal prep for the week so that you can be a success. And I'm here to cheer you on, and so are the other members of the reset. We're all there for you. All right. So once again, the dates for the reset are July 18th through the 22nd. And this is a list of everything that you're going to get again. Of course, you get the recipes, you possibly lose 2 to 10 pounds, private Facebook group, 2 live coaching training calls, daily motivational emails, some bonus material. You're going to eliminate your sugar cravings, and you get that bonus private health coaching session with me. All right, so don't wait. Get that early bird discount. Sign up today and save 20 bucks. So the early bird discount is $77 until July the 13th. And after that, it's $97. Totally 1,000% worth every penny. But, jump in now. So I see a question. Let's see. The discount code, yes. Okay, the question is there a discount code? Is it because it's showing $97? Yes, on that page, right underneath the prices or the buttons, it says what the discount code is. So just when you click, the discount code is there. And when you click on the Join Now button and you go to the sales page, there's a place for you to put that code and it will take the $20 off. That coupon code is good until July 13th, 2022 at 11:59 and 59 seconds Eastern time. And then that coupon is not good anymore and the price is $97. If you have any problems with that coupon code, just please let me know. My telephone number is on that landing page, that information page. Scroll to the bottom and send me a text message and I'll get back to you. Any more questions before we hop off? I do want to thank you so much for joining me in this masterclass, and I look forward to seeing you in the reset. So also, I just want to put it out there. If you would like me to come to your workplace or your organization to present some workshops, please let me know who to talk to at that location, and I'll contact them about possibly presenting there. I have several different workshops ranging from eating from energy, eating healthy on a budget, detox secrets, stress management, and more. So also, if you want to stay in touch with me, you can find me on Facebook and on Instagram. Thanks again, and I'm wishing you a healthy day. So you are so welcome, ladies, for the great information that I presented. You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed the class. And I look forward to seeing you. Just remember, my phone number is at the bottom of the page. If you want to text me, you can. And again, thank you so much for being here. Let me, I don't know how to get rid, oh, let's see. All right, you ladies, yes, nice meeting you guys. I'm glad you guys were able to connect. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna say good night now. Good night, everybody.